Once upon a time, there was a man who was very ill. He sought all sorts of treatment. He delved into the spiritual and metaphysical. He even had an organ transplant. In the end, the man was tired and desperate. He did not understand the cause of his illness. None of his potential healers could diagnose his ailment. Despite his pain, suffering, and agony, he clung to life as a man clings to the proverbial last straw. Then one day as he slept, something strange happened. It was beyond his comprehension, his wildest dream. The excruciating pain he had endured for years suddenly disappeared. He was a new man. The shackle of ill health was gone. All his pain, physical, mental, psychological, spiritual, and emotional, had left him. His body seemed to float in the realm of ecstasy. There was unsurpassed peace and calmness about him. It dawned on him that indeed healing had come to him. He jumped, shouted, and drank a full glass of water to confirm that healing had come to him. He began to dance and sing, praising the Lord. Just then the door opened, and three of his forever friends entered the room with a quizzical stare on their faces. "What is this all about?" one of his friends asked, surprised. "You wouldn't believe what had happened to me," the man said, dancing and praising the Lord. "Tell us," said another. "My pain, agony, and suffering are over." The man continued to sing and dance. "You are healed?" one of the three friends asked. "Exactly. Look at my hands, legs, and face. Can't you see for yourself the changes in them? Now I have the peace I have never known." "I don't understand. What are you healed from?" one of the three asked. "Why are you asking? Didn't you know I had cancer of the liver and the marrow? Did you not see the bandage on my head? Do you think this was my way of being fashionable?" The three were even more confused and shook their heads and looked at the man and each other in wonderment. One of the three spoke. "How can you be healed? You are dead." The man laughed. "Me? Dead?" He laughed harder, pointing to himself. "Tell me you are joking. I have not felt as good as I do right now." "My friend, a dead man cannot be healed. We are all dead. Yes, many of us died before you, but you've been dead for a long time," one of the three men said sternly. "How can I be dead? I was in this room with you some time ago. The room was green then, and it still is today. I remember those shirts and trousers the three of you are wearing. Everything I see up to a mile has always been there, the same. How can you explain this experience that my pain and suffering have gone away?" "It doesn't matter what you see or feel. The only thing that has changed is that you were once alive, but now you are dead. The color of the room, the trees in the compound, and even the chirping of the birds have nothing to do with your being alive or dead," one of the men said. But the man was not buying what the three men were saying. Exasperated, he asked them to leave, and the men did. He came out of his room and met a group of people numbering about 20. He tried to convince them he was alive, but the group ridiculed him. He was frustrated when he failed to convince the people he was alive. He abandoned the group and continued his walk. He passed the library, the university, the police station, and the hospital and encountered a group of young children playing football in the park. Children have always played football in this part since the beginning of time. He smiled as he approached the children, confident everyone was wrong about his existence. The children would be the final proof of his existence, for they are known for telling it as it is. He approached the first child and asked, "Do you know me?" The lad shook his head. "I came only 3 months ago." "What do you mean when you say I came here only 3 months ago?" the man asked. The lad shook his head and stared at him, bewildered. "It was an accident. It wasn't my time. I was in the boat with my parents when it capsized. My parents escaped, but I didn't." "What are you trying to tell me?" the man asked. "Sir, I am not trying. I'm telling you, we are all dead. Some died 5 years ago, and others long before that." "So what would you say about me?" the man asked the lad. "Why are you asking me? Everyone can see you are one of us, a dead man." The man retreated to his green room when he accepted. He was dead. He couldn't help it. The testimonies of the people around him were overwhelming, even though everything about him remained the same. His room was still green. His wife and children were still the same, and the people around and about him had always been there. He pinched himself to wake from this nightmarish dream haunting him. The more he understood the situation, the more real it became. This man's story teaches us to live life to the fullest, seize and make the best of every moment. Perhaps the life we know today is our last life.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this video, subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Give us a thumbs up and share with your friends, family, and loved ones. Don't forget to leave a comment below.